Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. Just wanted to bring you a few updates about things going on at Church of the Advent. First of all, I just wanted to say again how much of a joy it's been to be able to see some of you in person who are coming for in-person worship. We're continuing to roll out our regathering plan, making adjustments every week to try to have this hybrid approach between in-person worship and online worship. I know that many of you, for lots of reasons, aren't able to join us in person, and that's totally fine. I want you to know that you are fully welcome to continue joining us online for as long as is necessary. And you're just as much a part of the worshiping life of the church as those who are coming in person. For those who are not joining, who are doing so because you think that there's a limited number of people and you don't want to take a spot, some people have told me that. I just want to let you know that as we continue to adjust the cap, we have not yet reached the cap in terms of the people who are registering to come worship with us in person. So it would actually be very helpful for us if you're somebody who wants to come in person, but you've held off because you don't want to take somebody else's spot. Go ahead and register. We want everybody who wants to be there in person to go ahead and register. That will actually help us have a more accurate idea of how many people want to be there in person, which, especially as we approach Easter and we have no way of knowing how many people to expect during Holy Week and on Easter Sunday, we would love to have a more accurate read on that. So if you've had any inclination to come and worship with us in person, please go ahead and register. And worst case scenario, we tell you that we don't have room for you that week, but it'll help us make adjustments down the road to accommodate everybody who wants to be there. So just wanted to let you know that would be extremely helpful to us. A last word about regathering. For those of you like me who have young children and you're worried about them squirming or whining or wiggling throughout the service because there's no children's ministry, I just want you to know that of all the things that I have heard and experienced in person as we've been worshiping together, the thing that has been most moving to me is the sound of children in the building. That is what it should sound like for God's family to gather together and worship Him. And so bring your kids. We all know that we're going to have to re-educate our kids as well as ourselves how to worship in person together. And it's okay if they whine, it's okay if they wiggle. I know it's going to be a challenge for you, but I just want you to know that we fully welcome and I strongly desire to see more kids in the building. And we're going to be working to try to figure out ways to accommodate them, materials to give them, to entertain them during the service in ways that we can more fully incorporate them into the worshiping life of our community. So bring your kids. The next thing I wanted to talk about is Holy Week. I just want to make sure you know the plan for Holy Week. We're going to have a Palm Sunday in-person and virtual worship service happening with the Eucharist. So our plan is to resume the practice of the Eucharist on Palm Sunday. More information will come out about exactly how that's going to work. We're going to have an in-person and virtual Maundy Thursday service. That will not have Eucharist, nor will it have foot washing. We're going to explore other ways we might enact Jesus' sacrificial love during this season together. We're going to have a Good Friday virtual contemplative online gathering, a Visio Divina. It's going to be led by our very own Ellen Vest, who is going to lead us through a meditation, a spiritual meditation on the Eisenheim altarpiece, very appropriate for Good Friday. We're going to have a Holy Saturday Easter Vigil that will be entirely online. It's going to feature liturgy and scripture readings and music and art produced in collaboration with our sister churches, Resurrection and Ascension. And then, of course, we're having an in-person and live-streamed Easter Sunday worship service at 10 a.m. Please remember to bring a bell or a noisemaker. Bring anything you can because we want that to be as festive as possible. We are going to be celebrating the Eucharist together, and also that Sunday we will be holding backyard Eucharist options for those who don't want to gather in person. We want to make sure everybody has a chance to receive the Eucharist who would like to. The last thing I want to say is that there are some job opportunities at Church of the Advent if you or anybody you know would be interested. First of all, hopefully you know by now that Kevin Antlitz, our pastoral resident, has successfully completed his residency with us. He and his family are going to be moving to Pittsburgh. He's accepted a position as the associate rector there at the Church of the Ascension. So we're currently taking applications for our next resident, whom we hope to bring in during the summer. And I just want to say we've gotten some amazing applicants. I'm very, very excited about the people who are applying, but if you know anybody who you think would be a good fit, send them our way. The other position we're looking for is a Sunday ministries coordinator. There's going to be a gap between when Kevin leaves and when the new resident comes on, and we really need help coordinating volunteers and making sure all the details for Sunday happen. And so we have created a temporary part-time position, the Sunday ministries coordinator, to fill that role. So please let us know if you or anyone you know is interested. We're particularly looking for people who are already familiar with the way things work at Church of the Advent, people who've been around. That would be our preference because it's going to be an easier adjustment, but we would love to fill that position as soon as possible. I'm so thankful for you. I'm so glad for those of you I've gotten to see in person. I'm so excited that the weather is getting nicer. I've been praying for you. I spent time praying for you all this morning. I want you to know how much I love you, and I pray that God will bless you, and I'll see you soon.